Hello, everybody, and welcome to what will almost certainly to be another in a long-standing series of disasters with me, Amigo Aaron. It's a Friday night disaster stream. Now, I know what you're thinking. Look at this leisurely bum. But I've got a plan. It's a cunning plan, because tonight we are going to step back, get in the time machine, and go way back to 1980 and play arcade games from 1980, the year 1980. You may be thinking to yourself, hey, wait a minute, Amigo Aaron. Nobody was alive back then. Well, sadly, you are incorrect, sir. I was romping and stomping in 1980, and I can give you first-hand, old guy knowledge of how it all went down all those years ago. I mean, think about it. You're talking 46 years ago, and I'm going to be there to cover what you would see. So I'm going to zoom out for a second. Let me see if I can go full screen here. Look at this. It's a little leany here. I had to lean it a little bit because we're going to be using a special peripheral to everybody. Look at this. Ho, 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 ho. Yes. We're going to be using this special gimmick that I picked up well, I've got it a few years ago on a steel, and then I got this cool pedestal to seal the deal. Now, I'm not going to get into the long, painful details on how long it took me to hook this sucker up. Let's just say it hooked up easily, and you've got nothing to worry about. Everything will run smoothly tonight, I have no doubt. So, to wet our whistle, and we're going to play these 1980 games in no particular order. And if we run low, we might tip our toe into 1981. But I don't think we're going to need to. I think we're going to have plenty to play with. So I'm going to scoot this here. Here I am. So what you're seeing here is a second computer running MAME. And you may ask yourself, Amigo Aaron, why aren't you using the Mister? Hey, the Mister's peachy, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to arcade stuff, it is deficient. It does not have anywhere near the width and breadth of the MAME library supported. And I've noticed that despite the brags when it comes to the Mister, when it comes to arcade games, I would call it pretty accurate, but it's certainly not 100% accurate in all the games. So, I've got this bad boy rigged up. I don't think we'll need to do any weird configurations, but you never know, because I'm not exactly sure what all we're going to be playing. Trust me, there's been no dry run. This is it. So I've rigged some buttons up here for coinage. By the way, this is our trial game right here. It says Eagle. The Eagle has landed, brother, from Chinchuri. So I'm going to give us a couple credits. Now, you'll have to help me out with the sound when it comes up. Player 1, there it is. And you'll tell me if that's too loud, everybody. It might be a little loud. If it is, I can make it not as loud. You know, this is the year after Galaxian was around. And so, you were getting a lot of games like this. And Eagle is one I saw in the arcades. In 80, by the way, did you see a shot went right through him? In 1980, in the early 80s, that's really when you started seeing these games crop up everywhere. It didn't take long. In 1980, 1981, that's really when you saw it at laundromats, at convenience stores. This would have been, you would have been a pretty early adopter at this point. But you know, I saw them. For example, I distinctly remember seeing Bump and Jump at a grocery store, and Jungle King at a convenience store. So, I mean, that was pretty early in the game. So, it was happening. But most of your action was relegated to the arcade. I will turn it down here in 2 seconds. Let me get to a point where I can reach over and I'll turn it down a little bit. Not every game will have the same sound set up. Look at that. There we go, guys. Welcome in, Pixels Dawn. Good to see you, of course. Now, so right here we've got a dock. So this is your, sort of your, I'm kind of coming in hot. Oh, yeah! Oh, it's Gary Hucker. What's up, Huck? So check this out. Now my ship's more awesome. Which I think I love that. You notice this game has sort of a swirling pattern. I think they did a good job on this one, though. I was always a favorite of mine from back in those days. Hey, Dryer Lamp, what was going on, man? Oh, God, that was close. Hey, Uncle Larry, good to see you, man. You notice that you get 2 shots, then 1 shot, which is odd. I think that... Oh, what? I went to scratch mine and got killed. That came out of nowhere. Good to see you, Gary. I hope all is well down in your neck of the woods, man. What were you up to tonight, Gary? You must have been streaming all day long, man, because this is late down there, isn't it? Hey, Mavunky. Man, I had a good thing going here, and the wheels are coming off. You notice your ships get bigger every time, and presumably they get more potent. So you see this one, here we go. Oh, God, that's hard. Hey, thank you, Scooby. Good to see you, Scoober. That's it. Let's try it one more time. Now that I don't have to fool with the sound. Did anyone in the chat... First of all, and I don't want you to... You don't have to say if you don't want to, because if you're bashful about your age. But who among you can say they were at an arcade in 1980? That's my first question. Who among you were old enough or are old enough to have been in an arcade in 80? I'll even accept 81 as well. A lot of people. Scooby, Wing Chung. Scooby was 8. That's old enough. I was only 9, Scooby. Hey, what's up, the noob? Mike? Good to see you, man. Yes, you're in. And the Huck. You know, it's tough. Oh! Now, so we got a goodly amount of people. That's great. Now, here's my next question for all you guys. Yeah, brag about it, Josh. I knew you were Uncle Larry. So, among you that were old enough to be in an arcade, let's say the cutoff is, say, 6. And I think, who among you played Eagle back when it was originally released in the arcades? Anyone here play the old Eagle or Sea Eagle or one of its other names? I can't remember what the other names of it are, but it's got other names. Here we go. I'm going to make these suckers dock. Has anyone here ever seen Eagle? How about that? Is this your first time seeing Eagle? We're all going to discover some new games together. Yes. That's dandy. I recommend it. Oh, come on, Josh. It's a good game. That docking sequence blew me away back in the day. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, it's a real fun game. Ha ha ha! Who won, Black? I see you still got your eyes, so I'm guessing you took down an eagle. Oh, now see, that is cheesy right there. I will admit, I don't like that. You'll recall that Centauri, if I'm not mistaken, were also responsible for Phoenix, which is a similar game. Oh, nuts. All right. Well, I think that's the end of that. I think, is that my last man? I think it was. All right. We're going to try another one here. Now, if you have a game that came out in 1980 that you'd like to request, I would be more than happy to try it. I am good to go with giving it a whirl. Let's go back to one that came out, and that was a God. What a huge hit this was, everybody. I guarantee you more people will have played this one. What's up, Texas Foosballer? Bam. Who could pick this one out of a lineup, everybody? This one's an early game from Stern. And this is Berzerk. This is a great game. I always love this one. Let's give it a whirl. And you can hear the awesome sound in this. Battle Zone. Oh, pff, sorry, I was looking at the chat. I gotta stop doing that. Now, Berzerk, a lot of them were, of course, you know that, Josh. You know, this is one of the first games my son learned to play, and he thought it was great. He was a real big fan of this game. I think he still is. There's a great documentary out there about guys trying to get the world record on this. But this is a game, I believe, this is one of the games that actually has killed somebody in a marathon gameplay. Because you can play this thing for hours. I remember watching this documentary on a guy trying to beat the game, and he was moving along nicely. And X amount, like, I can't remember how many hours in, 12 hours or 17 hours or whatever, and the machine locked up and reset. And which is a problem with these. Of course, they're getting older. And, of course, he was using official hardware. Jeez. All right. That's it. I'm going to give that one another shot. Yeah. You know, when these games talked, jeez, I couldn't believe it, man. Seawolf. Now, I remember that one. That one was heavily cloned. I believe there's a Coco clone of that. What's up, Kieran? Boy, you're aptly named, my friend, because we were playing games from your year, 1980. Are you born in 1980, or are you were you rocking and rolling in 1980, or is it just an arbitrary date? Oh yeah. This game ramps up fast. Oh God! Time for me to fly. Stunt Cycle. I've played Stunt Cycle live. Hey, by the way, I was so lucky, shoot. I had to go to Frankfort, Kentucky this past week for some training for Kentucky State Police. And I was lucky enough to be there as a new arcade opened. For you on the Discord, you've seen my pictures of the arcade. It was pretty fun arcade, and they had a bunch of games in there you don't see that often, like in their original format, including one I don't know. It's been decades and decades since I saw, which is Yar Kung Fu. Now, the control panel was coming off. It was loose as a spruce goose, but I played it. I didn't have my best game because of the control panel, but I did okay. Kill yourselves off. I gotta stop it. Oh, the Wizard of War. I used to own one of those, but I sold it before I got it working properly. But man, I love that game. And the speech on that one's wild. But anyway, the arcade had, amongst its offerings, it had an original cocktail Space Invaders, and it's the exact same kind that I've got that my son uses as his desk. He's used it for years. It's still in there right now. So it was nice to... And I also did the best I've ever done at Space Invaders. So I was pretty happy with that. I'm not a He-Man guy. Trust me, I'm all man. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, the one for the C64, I believe that has a versus mode or something, doesn't it? But anyway, I'm not a big He-Man guy, so I'm not that interested. It's one show I never got into. All those jacked up dudes, they were on the gas, brother. I can tell you that right now. You have to make those harnesses, Flack. Kill each other. Kill each other. Right here. You shoot. There you go. There we go. We're going to try that one. We're going to try Crazy Climber, actually. I believe that one, if I'm not mistaken, that one uses 2 joysticks. Is that right? There we go. Berzerk, everybody. If you haven't tried that one, man, time to crawl out from under the rock. You know what I mean? That's an all-timer. All right. Since someone mentioned it, let's give it a whirl, shall we? I've got it right here on the list. It also came out, again, these all came out in 1980. Now, it is possible we'll play a bootleg of something that did not come out in 1980. But, you know, what are you going to do? Yeah. I'm actually wearing the shirt tonight, so it is kind of weird. All right. Now, I don't know if I'm going to rig this up or not. So let me fire it up and see if it works out of the gate or not, okay? Let me see here. Oh, no. All right, I'm going to rig this one up right now. You're going to see the magic of rigging. Here we go. This one requires special controls. Okay. Up. Ignore that. We'll get it. This is one of the reasons I picked the MAME, because MAME is the easiest to configure stuff on the fly. All right, let's give us a whirl now. Of course, now I've got to remember how to play the game. All right. Here we go. This is 2 joysticks. Theoretically, this should work. I was right about it being 2 joysticks. I did remember that. So I'm having to use the joysticks to control both his hands. This is so bizarre. I can't tell you. Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm trying to go for it. Ah! I got this thing. I bought it new. And I got a good deal on it because I don't know if they were closing them out or what was going on. But the pedestal, so this is a Boat Fest thing. Oh, God. Not good. So, come on, you idiot. Get up there. Go, go. Oh, this thing sucks. No, 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 no. Anyway, the pedestal I bought in Canada, it was this whole separate piece because we were setting up for Boat Fest, and my son does something called the Beat the Loop Challenge. And I thought, man, this would be the perfect thing, because we were going to get one of those one-up arcade games and just modify it. But it's such a hassle. I was like, man, let's just use what we got. And it ended up being an excellent choice. All right, we're going to go. Oh, here we go. Oh, God! It's not that heavy. Come on. I'm going to try that one more time. I'm going to scoot this thing over so you can sort of see. I put an extender on it so you can see there's a trackball in the middle here, and then there's the other joystick right there. So I'm using, yeah. A good call there, man. All right, let's try one more time. This was a good choice, whoever picked this one, because this is a game I want to get better at. I know the windows, why can't I? See, you have to use both hands to move, and it's tough to remember how to do it. Oh, God. See, you can't have a hand up. It won't work when you move. It's funny. I remember playing this in the arcade and tearing it up. I mean, I remember being great at it, but I don't, by the way, show me the sucker that's streaming right now that's playing this. I'll wait. If you want, for all your crazy climber action, this is the only channel you can come to. My hand! Go, 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 go! And you can't hurry because it takes him, he has to do it in his own time. Not this sucker. Stupid window. Go! No, go, go! No! Oh, God! Uh-oh. That ain't good. No, no, no! Ah! And that's a sad state of the of Crazy Climber when that's happening. I mean, you could get to the roof! I just can't. That was Crazy Climber, folks. That's one I have to go back to. It's nice to have this control panel because it actually lets me, you know, it lets me play games like that. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. That was a good call. Whoever picked that, well done. So here's one that I played. This is another one I had at the arcade I was at. I'm not sure how this is set up. Actually, I played the original, but we'll play Deluxe here. This is, oh, good call. We'll play that one next, too. I sucked at that at the arcade, by the way. So, this is Asteroids Deluxe. Asteroids, the original Asteroids came out in 1979. Oh, yeah, that's a good game, too. I think it's called Fire Truck. So, I don't know. The original Asteroids, you didn't have any joystick. You used buttons. We'll have to see how this one's rigged up. It's probably all buttons. So, give me a second. This might take me a minute. There's fire. There's thrust. There's shield. Something's got to rotate this sucker. This is the Asteroids game where you don't rotate. Let me see if I can find what's actually rotating this guy. It may be the trackball, actually. Oh, yeah. The trackball is in effect. Oh, God! Let's say what to set up a rotate button. I don't have one. That's no problem. I can take that takes 2 seconds. We can make that happen. I'll just rig up the joysticks to do it. So you can see here you've got we use let's see here. And then we'll use it's amazing I'm not dead yet. I'm baffled by that. There we go. Let's try that again. Man, you guys know your stuff. I'll give you credit. All right, let's try it again. Let's see if I've rigged this up to where it can be played now. There we go. This was a difficult game with buttons. By the way, I also played another game. Well, I'll talk about it when we get there. But man, you know, we've gotten used to just having the controls however we want. You know what I mean? And like, it's not like that in the originals, man. And when you try to play them like that, like they're meant to be played, they're exponentially harder. Let's try that one more time. Okay, this for real this time. Here we go. Hey, what's up, JP? If you came in, well, whoa, I wasn't looking. Because I'm not looking. I'm further away from the screen than I usually am, so I'm not. It's hard for me to keep up with chat like in real time. You know, they didn't reinvent the wheel with Asteroids Deluxe, but they did. Whoa! Come here, you sucker. I'm going to clear a screen of this. Oh, in the back! In the back! Okay, one more, and then I promise. This is driving me nuts. Anyway, at the arcade I went to, they had an original Asteroids, the vector monitor, the whole shebang. And the original Asteroids used buttons to rotate. And I'm telling you, I had very similar success. Listen, I know what I'm like. Screw you, game. That's a tough game. Tough game right there. All right, we had a couple of requests here. I saw someone asked about Centipede. Good choice. I got it. I also played Centipede at the arcade I was at, by the way. And did not that good. But I'll see if I can do better tonight. Now, this should you be able to use my the trackball. If you see it right here. You're talking about the, Lynn, are you talking about the bezel? I downloaded a bunch of bezels, but I have yet to get them to work correctly. So I would love to do that. Yeah, but that's a work in progress. Hey, what's up, Double A? You're here for the right night. So here we go. Let me see if I can get some credits in this thing. Okay. Now let's see what I've got as a start button here. Okay. I'm going to rig up the mouse controls. Let's do that real quick. So, oh shoot. So X is that way. Oh man, I don't think it's not picking up the mouse for some reason. That sucks. Well, we can make it happen though. Let me back out here. Everyone loves when you configure the thing on the fly. That's the one thing I was worried about, but bear with me. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. All right. You know, there are secrets to this game that I may have known at some point, but I don't remember them now. But when I was at the arcade the other night, the one thing I did remember was I was shooting incorrectly, because this game has a very odd rapid fire. See how it shoots when they get near you? So you can really wipe them out if you can catch them. I love that. That's key. That's what I get. I love Lunar Lander too. That's an all-timer. You know, a lot of people, I mean, I think if you had to pick the very best year in the arcades, a lot of people are going to pick 82, and they're not wrong. And a lot of people are going to pick 83, and they're not wrong either. But 80 has got some real big winners. As I was looking over what we had on offer tonight, I was pleased, because I saw a lot of stuff in there that I really enjoy. So, this game often they talk about how it was designed by a woman. I think a woman co-designed it. I think. I know it was popular with the ladies. God. Yeah, you're not wrong, Josh. Let me try that one more time, everybody. Cause I was doing pretty well last night after my initial play. Now I was playing the actual arcade original, but this isn't bad. You know, with the invent of the Mister, it's almost like emulation has sort of like been like it's the redhead stepchild of gaming. But man, it was around for a long time, and it's quite good. Because I own arcade games and play a lot in arcades, And, like, this is a good example of one. It feels just like it did in the arcade. You'll get trackball action. I think I have to set the trackball up externally, but I'll do it. Well, you know, these old games, defining what is good is difficult. Shoot. You know, we wouldn't believe the trouble I had. In fact, I was going to go at 5 tonight. Oh, now see what happened? Those are poison mushrooms. When the centipede hits those, it goes bonkers. It comes straight down like nosedive. So when those mushrooms at the top of the screen, they're poison. And here he comes. There we go. Oh, here we go. They're going to come like crazy now. See, that's when it's real satisfying right there. I love the fire mechanism in that. I mean, I think that's what made this game famous. I also like the fact that you can move up from the bottom. It really adds a lot to it. And the trackball was the perfect control for this thing. This is when Atari was firing all cylinders. Yeah, you got that right. Hey, by the way, hey, how's it going, Keyboard G? Thanks for coming in, man. Shoot. I got an extra man just in time. Just in time to die. For those that missed the early part of the show, tonight, this is simple fun. We're playing every arcade game that we could fit in that came out in 1980. I figure what might be fun, just as a change of pace from playing computer and console games, is to every once in a while just play another year, see how it goes. Like you know you're gonna get some winners in 1980, for example. Very good. So that right there is your old-fashioned, bona fide Centipede. Centipede, everybody. A good game. I'm a fan of that one. I believe someone. Let me see if. Someone asked about Fire Truck. I don't know if Fire Truck came out this year. Let's have a look. Nope, I'm afraid not. I believe it came out in 79, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. But I don't think it came out in 80. We also, Boot Hill was asked about, and also, let me see if, again, I think Boot Hill was out way before this. Yeah, I'm afraid so. So we're going to come back to another staple here. Let me see what we've got here. Oh man, I just can't play that one for crap. Some of these I've never heard of as well. So let's try. You know, I played this one before the show just to see what it looked like. So Galaxian came out in 79, right? But back in the day, everyone was bootlegging everything, and they were putting ROMs and they were using different hardware. And so this includes a bootleg from an outfit called Electromar. And this is a game called Galaxian, but this is the Spanish bootleg. And I think you'll be entertained by this because it's different than your usual Galaxian in the way it plays and the way it fires. Of course, it's in Spanish here. Let's give it a whirl. Now you can see the aliens there. Already the colors up, but look at the speed of your shooting. Like you actually have a chance. You have a chance in this one that you would not normally have. What's up, Drone Doctor? Good to see you, Doc. Bam! You know how hard that is in Galaxian? Just that little maneuver there is tough. I used to own a bootleg Donkey Kong board. I may still own it now I think about it. I don't know. But sometimes the bootlegs, they make changes that, make the game actually sort of more fun. Like I had a bootleg. There's a bootleg Donkey Kong. Oh, God. Crazy Kong. That they've messed around the levels. I mean, it's ugly. It sounds stupid. It sounds real stupid. The sound sucks. But the actual gameplay, which is also janky, but it's different. You know, if you've had enough of those of the original. But I think this is a much more playable version. This is sort of like Baby's first Galaxian. Once you get better at this, then you can play the murderously difficult real version. Ah. Night Driver, you say? We may check that one out. I know it needed a dial, but I'm sure I can rig something up. Like, completing one screen of Galaxian is real tough. Completing two is incredibly tough. Maybe I can't do it now. I guess I can't. But it's a tough game. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting set of side notes to it, because it's such an odd. These bootlegs are so strange, you know. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, those mini golf courses. There's another place you could see them. I never got to play. My dad wasn't a golfer. Let's see what we've got here. So I don't have night on here. I wonder if it's on. Some of these are like in the mystery zone. Let's see if it's in there. I don't see it. So it's probably came out a little bit earlier. Let's see if it's in the 79 area. Nope. Huh. 81. Well, screw it. Let's type it in and see what comes up. Let's see what year it came out. I got to know now. I'm yanking my headphones off. Let me see here. The good thing about MAME is right now, you can see, I left this thing on so you can see what I was doing here. Let's go up here to all. Night Driver, 1976. I thought it was old. But wow, that's anciently old. 1976. So there you go. Unfortunately, just a little bit outside the bounds that we're working within. I should do one where we play everything before 1980. I thought about that, but I was kind of afraid to. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Okay, we've had the request. Let me see. I'm going to try to make sure that the trackball works. Yes, I've played a Missile Command in real life many times. I got a buddy that has one. Let's see if we can make sure that we've got a mouse controller here. Enable mouse input. Yes. Why isn't that default? Why isn't that on by default, you idiot? Let's make sure it is on everything else. Enable mouse input. There it is. Okay, now let's see if we can get it to work. You know, the thing about Missile Command is, I mean, you got all those home ports, but unless you've got the three buttons, I mean, it does lose a lot, in my opinion. Let's see if the mouse works right out of the gate here. Let's try it. 2 coins to play. What kind of ripoff is this? Look at that. All right, I'm ready. I got it. I can't believe it. Mouse feels good, or the trackball here feels great. Real good, real smooth. 50 cents, too much. Yeah, screw you. There it is. Those balls, yeah, those, I love those. They're good to look at. They're real fun to look at. Aw, crap. Screw you. Bam. I'm telling you, the 3 buttons and I mean, playing like this, it makes it makes the game play properly. The home ports of this were real good. Everyone had one. Oh crap! That ain't good. That ain't good. Hopefully I get a free city here. Yeah. Give me a city. Oh, crap. This is where I start spamming them. Oh, crap. Ah! Oh! God, this feels so much faster than I remember it. Give me a city. Oh! My city! Oh no! No, not that one! No! Yes! Now we just got to go to work. Shock and awe! Shock and awe! No, no, no! Well, bone. Hey, at least I got a great score. I got that going for me. It's funny. So what did that one not have? It didn't say the end at the end of it. Like, so that I will say we picked. I'm going to leave the screen up here so you guys can see the one I picked here. That was the newest revision. All right, that was revision 3. So I'm going to play revision 1. Let's see how differently it plays. If you guys will indulge me. You'd think they wouldn't speed it up on those revisions, but I guess they wouldn't make more money. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is working too. Here we go. God, this feels totally anemic compared to the first I'm playing that last level. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that could have been it too, Josh. It's just odd that it didn't say the end, though. I wonder if that's a settable thing. We'll look at the dip switches here in a second. Look. I'm guessing most everyone in here knows about arcade game dip switches, so, but it's just basically a way to change the options on a game. There we go. Bam. All right. Really? If you watch a pro play these, shoot. I mean, they whip around the screen like it's unbelievable. It's amazing. I am not a pro, as you probably figured out by now. Tell you what, this doesn't seem like it's going any slower than the last one did. Oh, man. Yeah. I hate these things. God! Not good. Well, I'm out of cities anyway, so hopefully I'll win one. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't say it when you don't make the list. Now we're going to do exactly what Josh mentioned. Let's have a look at the dip switch settings. And here we go. Here's your coinage. Right and left. Missing language. Unknown. Maybe that's what does it. Huh. You have 7 cities. That's interesting. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that either. Wonder if that makes. I want to try something real quick, and then we'll move on. But just for fun, I wonder if that just gives you one in reserve. Wonder how that works. Let's see what happens when we start it here. And I changed the size of the trackball as well. Let's see if that makes a difference. So yeah, I'm gonna let one of these cities get blown up here, and just see if we just instantly get one. Alright, so now we'll find out. Yep. That's it. There you go. Alright. I think that's a good look at a great all-time great. The old Missile Command. Anybody a fan of the sequel to this? I think it's called Super Missile Command. An interesting game in its own right. Getting tied up in my own cord here. All right. Anyone else? I think I missed one or two asks here. Let me look back here and see what I. If you requested one, just request again, and we'll try it. Let me see here what we've got. I don't know. Let me see if the one I just saw is here. No. Oh yeah, Cheeky Mouse. I don't know if I've played this. It's from Universal. You'd think I'd have played it. All right. Oh, we can get by that. That's all right. Let's see here. Let me hit a physical key. Uh-oh, I think it locked up on me here. Hang loose, everybody. I'm going to try to get us out of this. Oh, man. That's a total lockup. It's our first major disaster of the evening. Let's see if we can get out of it. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't. All right, let's try that again. That doesn't happen that often. There we go. Wow. That sound is bad. Cheeky Mouse. Somebody in there. No, I haven't done Defender yet. I knew someone was going to ask for it, though. All right, here we go. See if I can figure out what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, I'm smashing mice. Oh, my God. This probably wouldn't fly in today's... Oh, God! This would have been a great pregnancy simulator. Get out of my cheese, you little freak. Oh, if you get them after they leave, you can get your cheese back. Get that. This is crazy. Oh no, you don't. I don't know if this is. I don't know if it's a different stage or if this is it. You got my last piece. Oh, okay, we did it. Now there's an obscuring window in the mix. No! Mystery guy! I will say, whoever selected this one, I have never heard of this, nor have I seen it. And I thought I'd seen everything Universal had done, but this is one that I missed. It's playable, I mean, for sure. I remember, it's funny, I went to an arcade with the Chud one time. It was my buddy's arcade. He lives out in the farm. And he had all sorts of these tiny field mice. Right? I mean, they're tiny. They looked like bugs. If you didn't know what they were, you wouldn't even know what you were doing. And so he was walking around stomping these things, trying to kill them. And man, the Chud was mortified. He never went back to this guy's arcade. He was so pissed off at this guy. And I told him, I was like, listen, man, this guy's a farmer. You know, that's what they do. He would just use his foot. They were that small. I mean, they were no bigger than a thimble. They were tiny. You get those out in the farms, you know, they're out there. I mean, there's hundreds and thousands of them probably. Jeez. There you go. I like that, but I wouldn't play it for hours and hours. Megatack? How can anyone not play that? Let's have a look. Oh, it's Mega. It's Mega. Oh, okay, yeah. Megatack. Here it is. Let's try this. Okay. Did I see this was? Is this also Centauri? Okay, 3 space pods per player. Seats fair. Okay. Oh my God! Look at this. Super fire. Man, it is impossible to line up your shots. It's so hard. You just have to hope you've lined up the right one. Did something happen when they hit the ground? One would wonder. I hope not. You can also shoot their bombs, which is nice. It's funny how everyone saw Space Invaders and they're like, listen, sure it's a huge hit, but we can make it more interesting. Oh, look at this. That's a cool effect. You let me know if the shots are too loud, y'all. Like bubbles. This is pretty, it's got an interesting effect. You'll notice that this is a horizontal game, which there weren't a ton of these in 1980. Man, I almost reached down to get my drink, but man, I couldn't do it. Yeah, this is a good call, dude. Good call. I'm going to credit Dryrlint Noob for this one. Whoever it was that suggested the mouse one, let me know. You also get a cookie. Oh no! He tried. He stomped down on my ship. That's what makes it personal. He stomped my ship down. And look, my ship's got a number 2 on it now. It's the little things. Does he ever hit the ground? I guess not. Yeah, good job, noob. How you doing tonight, Steve? Good to see you, man. If you snuck in while I wasn't looking, I missed you. I apologize. Thanks for coming in on the disaster stream, my friend. Hey, by the way, I don't dwell on it, but for those of you that are wondering what the heck happened to Amigos this week, poor Boat Neep, their little pooch got hit by a car and killed this week, and it's very upsetting. So if you get to, I don't know how many people heard the news, but if you send them a little condolence or something, maybe a little message, that'd probably make a world of difference, because it's hit them pretty hard. So I thought I would come in and try to get a little bit in. This is sort of the Yoshi Memorial stream tonight. So I'm going to miss that little pooch. But I mean, these things happen. You just got to, unfortunately, you've got to move on. That's the way it is. All right. and we'll be back with Amigos next week. By the way, speaking of next week, a week from tomorrow as we film this, which will be January 31st, everybody, I would love it. I would consider it a personal favor if you could join myself, John Bodecarshaw, the Brent, John Marshall, and a cast of thousands as we do the, I believe this will be the 10th or 11th annual Amigathon, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be raising money for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, which we've done for the past, I believe we've done it for at least 9 years on that particular charity. I was talking to Boat last week, and he told me that thanks to all the listeners, all the viewers, all of our friends, all the generosity that you guys have blessed us with, that we have, together, we've raised over $40,000 for the Children's Miracle Network, which is, if you consider the size of our little dinky show, you guys have been ludicrously generous, and I wanted to let you know that I appreciate it, Boat appreciates it, and the children appreciate it, man. You know, it's tough out there. Sometimes you got to give something to the kids. Look at that, just barely earned that one. That's karma. That's good vibes right there, man. We're going to go, here's the bonus fun. At Amigathon, if you've never seen one, we're going to go 12 hours, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing Amiga, brother. Everything. Non-stop playing for 12 straight hours. It's always a great joy to me to get to sit down and play games for 12 hours. And so it's whoa! Whoa! What's this? Time to get a drink. I guess did I win? Is the game over? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I was not expecting that. Finally, I won, Steve. There we go. Well, I guess that's it. I liked it, though. That was a good call. Excellent call, sir. I applaud that one. Let's have a go at another, shall we? I believe someone requested one. Let me have a look here. Defender. Oh, man. Listen. I'm going to do it. So I tried Defender at the arcade the other night, too. It didn't go well, everybody. Defender's got a lot of buttons, y'all. A lot of them. I mean, it's a classic. Don't get me wrong. It's a Williams classic. And it put Williams on the map. I mean, I will say, the popularity of this game can't be overstated for that era. And it was in every arcade, and it was popular. I hated this game, and I still don't like it because I can't get anywhere in it. It's so many buttons. Oops. There's so many buttons that you have to hit. I mean, the concept of it's super clever. You shouldn't do that, by the way. You shouldn't shoot your own guy. Shoot. I mean, I love the sound effects drawn from the Williams extensive pinball library of sound effects for all their games. And so you get those cool, they're pinball sound effects. Well, you know, it's funny you should say that, Josh, because the controls are what made this game a star. People were looking for something that was incredibly difficult, and it was a badge in the arcade. This was a badge of honor. If you were good at this, this is the game that would draw the crowds back in the day. And I saw it firsthand. I love the lasers, by the way, in this. They're really cool looking. People and the explosions. People thought this was. I would agree with that too, Josh. I agree with you on that as well. But I'm telling you, there was a lot of people that played this game. I never owned this game, but I did own the. In fact, I still have the marquee, but I own the cabinet for it. I found out somebody gave me the cabinet. It was kind of beat up, and I was gonna make a throne out of it. I remember, but unfortunately, it's never happened. I would like to at least get somewhere in this, just once. And this game influenced a lot of games. So, you know, there's something to it. I agree. Also, it's something to consider that in the old days, having buttons as controls was not unusual, as we mentioned with Asteroids. So, you know, this was par for the course. You see, I actually grabbed that guy, so I'm going to let him down here, so I get more points. So this is a great scoring. It's a great game for scoring. Yeah. Plus, it's got so many controls. Super bomb, it's got hyperspace. You shouldn't shoot your own guys, I mentioned. It's got all sorts of different bad guys in it too. I'd like to get past just one level. That's my goal. This guy always screws me. Come here. I knew it. I told you. I told you. That's the fender. I knew someone was going to request it tonight. I thought, oh, I'm just going to jump on a grenade. And consider the grenade jumped on. It's hard, y'all. Let's try something from the Mystery Vault. Here, let's see if we can find one. Here's another universal one. This one's called Devil Zone. I like the idea of that one. Uh-oh, well, that's okay. Let's see if it locks up this time. No. All right. Let's give this one a whirl. Devil Zone. Something tells me this might be some kind of wacky shooter, but who knows? Oh. This looks familiar. What was that game that they used all those games to put the Donkey Kong in? Was it Radar Scope or one of those? This reminds me of that. It's got that kind of layout. This would have been pretty cool graphic back in the day. You know, these guys are coming over the Tron grid here. Of course, this predates Tron, I believe, by a year or two. It's funny. This reminds me sort of Gyrus. It's like a flat Gyrus. You can see how the guys, they come in, they go back out, they linger. It's like if you basically, first of all, you took all the sound. Of course, we don't know what the sound's like because they don't have they mentioned that the sound wasn't working appropriately, but you've got these guys coming down this grid. It does sort of remind me of a flat, and some guys are in play on the front, and some guys are up in the air, just like in Gyrus. Some of them hang out at the bottom of the screen. You can still shoot them. Am I trying too hard to get this to pigeonhole this game? Oh. All right, here we go. There's one. This isn't bad though. I mean, it's different, that's for sure. I picked the easier version, so I'd hate to see what the hard one was like. Your guy doesn't shoot with a great deal of speed. And these guys move bizarrely. Whoa. For a second there, I thought he was going to take my extra man. That's the old... It looked like he was pulling a Satan's Hollow. That's crazy. You don't see too many games where they fly into the scoring area. Would you die? Oh, I knew it! Dadgummit! Give me another man. Okay. Hey, mute. Oh, it's... It's not bad, Josh. Don't be a hater, Josh. Come on. I know it's hard. I'm going to try one more time. Because I thought that was kind of cool. I get the hang of it now. Plus, we got the music working now. Works great. When they're up in those columns, you can sort of Space Invader them. I wish your guy would fire faster. That's the Achilles heel. We need the Spanish bootleggers to get hold of this thing. See, that right there, it's super tough to deal with. No way, dude. Listen, these are the kind of games that bring spice. You never know what you're going to find. A hidden gem, something that's long forgotten, that you're going to be the guy that brings it back. You're a big influence on people, Josh. People, look, if you see a game that you like, they're going to be like, hey, if Josh likes it, I'm down. Come on. I'm not doing as well this time. I thought I would do better, but I was incorrect. Okay, here we go. Okay, okay. Where'd he go? Oh, God! Go start that. That is so hard to time. I mean, I promise you. It looks like I just suck, but it's incredibly difficult to time. Plus, sometimes they go off the screen to the right. Like, where'd that guy go? Who knows? All right. Not bad. That's not bad. That would take some training. Getting good at that one. That's a toughie. Let's see if we can find another classic here. Wow, here's one. We gotta try this one. This is one that I didn't know about until we played it on the Amiga. Thanks to JOTD. I think somebody mentioned this earlier. It's a King and Balloon. A great game. A great little game. Well, with a lot of interesting concepts. So you've got to protect your king. You can get killed 1,000,000 times. Your killings don't matter. See, as long as the king doesn't get killed, you're golden. And the king is he's a character. Uh-oh. Now see, those things split into two. Uh-oh, not good. It's unusual to have a game where you can just die over and over. Like that. Like, I'm going to get this guy, and then we're going to win. Oh, he left before the king came in. So there's a time limit. I didn't even know that for the guys. That's something. Yeah. King me, brother. I would wager someone is very, very good at this game. Oh, God! No, king! No, no! Ah! Oh, no! Not my king! Oh. The kingdom's in bad shape here. Those sideways shots are difficult to get through. That's not good either when they get to double up on you like that. Oh, this is bad.
Thank you.
Oh, no! Ah. Not good. Yeah, I know. I'd like to know what kind of crazy drugs they were on. Let's have one more go. It's a good game. You know, I have to admit, I don't break out the control panel very often, and I should. It's I gotta tell you, this thing plays great. If you see one of these for sale, I mean, you could get these things for nothing. And the thing is, so get this. Not only they have USB, by the way, it's male to male, which that's why I had trouble finding a plug that worked, but I finally found one. But they're also Bluetooth. Shoot, and they're Bluetooth, and they run on a battery. And the battery lasts for freaking ever on this thing. So I mean, there's a lot of good features. I wish they were easier to get into. You know, that's because I guess they were made so you didn't get into them effectively, but you can do it. Oh man, the king almost bought it right there. There we go. There it is. Bam. Hey, how do, what? Oh my god, that was close. It's funny you should say that, Josh, because I was thinking about doing that to mine. I was wondering how big a hassle it'd be. I was into this thing once. I need to change my player 2 button's not that good either. It needs to be changed out. You know, people whine about the sticks and stuff, though. The sticks are real good. What's up, Mitsuyama? Welcome in, man.
Thank you.
We're playing games that were in the arcade 1980. Oh my god, how did I not get him? Stay away, King. Hey, listen, I've used a lot of crappy sticks over the years. These things are, I mean, on the scale of machines like this, these are fine. There we go. And the buttons are the right way. I like it when they're dipped instead of bulging, whatever that's called, concave, I believe. Oh no! No, 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 no! Ah, there he goes. Shucks. Well, that's King of Balloon, everybody. You can play that on your Amiga if you want to. A fun game. I like that one. Let's try another one. Plenty of time here. Let's see what we can get into. You know, it's funny. So, I was over at Bill Bright's house just 2 days ago. Holy smokes! Holy smokes! You wouldn't believe this guy's house. He puts computer museums and video games just the shame. He lives in a museum, everybody. It's unbelievable. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And as an added bonus, his wife made me the best lasagna that I've personally ever had on Earth. That's a shoot. But one of the things we were looking at were his wacky collections of games. And he has an Emerson Arcadia, I believe is what it's called. And among other, I mean, he's got almost everything you could name, to be honest with you. But when I was setting up for this show, we looked at it. Me and Brent covered the Arcadia on a ARG Presents, and the game we picked was one of the games was called Jungler. And we were looking at the back of the box, and it said it was based on an arcade machine, and it is. When I was setting up for this show, I found it. I couldn't believe it. It was actually an arcade machine for Jungler. If you remember the Emerson Arcadia, which I would be surprised if anyone remembered it, but it's one that stuck in my head for whatever reason. But his collection is mighty. I would love to shoot some footage over there. Oh, here's one. Oh, gosh, can we play this one? I think we can. Let's try it. We'll see if we can get it to work. This is your ever-popular Battle Zone. The original Battle Zone. This thing was unbelievable back in the day when it first came out. If you haven't ever seen it, you look through like a periscope. Sometimes you can even sit down models of this. And I believe this one also had an attached screen. Of course, the vectors were awesome, of course. Let's see if this will work with the setup I've got here. Let's see here. This one may have be all buttons. Okay, there's shoot. I'm trying to figure out how to give it gas. Yeah, I'll have to rig up the buttons real quick. No problemo. Yeah, no kidding. Let's just see what our options are here. You guys can help me. Let's see here. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're dead on right there. So we need right stick up, right stick down, Left stick up. Shows you how long since I played this in the arcade. And then we'll use that. Okay, let's try it now, everybody. Okay. That's crazy. Here we go. I'll tell you, not easy to drive. Turn this thing around here. Oh, it got me in the back. Typical. Now we're ready. Takes a second to reload. You know how much this adds to the game when you actually have the tank control? It really does. It's so much better. Can I shoot this thing? I guess not. Yes! Oh no! Look at the volcano. There it goes. If you never heard the story, I think it's Ed Logg who made this game. One of his fellow programmers at Atari said, hey, you should make that volcano explode. And he kept bugging him about it. So finally he said, listen, if you want it to explode, why don't you write the code? And he said he went home and he came back in the next day and the code was sitting there on his desk. Guy wrote it. That's the story anyway. Yeah. Ed Logg, of course, famously, Atari went into a deal with the military to make tank trainers. I believe they were for the Bradley fighting vehicle. So if you're in America, oh, there's UFO. You'll know that the Bradley fighting vehicle was a real money sponge back in the day. But they needed a trainer for it, and they did use a trainer that Ed Logg helped them make. But he said the deal he made was that he would never make anything else that would involve the military ever again. He was out, you know. So, man, I'm gonna try that again, guys. That's so much fun. That is so. Listen, it just goes to show you the old ones. They brought a lot to the table. You gotta give them a little bit of room. Look at the moon up there. Oh crap. There it is. Almost timed it perfectly. Go, go, go! There we go. I'm getting the hang of it now. Yeah, the Bradley fighting vehicle had a major flaw. It was sort of a boondoggle by a couple of the senators. They from North Carolina. And it was a machine without a use, effectively, but it had a huge problem, which was the bottom of it was so lightly armored that if it ran across a bomb or a mine or an IUD, it would blow up and kill everybody. And so there were many reinforcement to it. It's one of those things I remember from my childhood. Oh, did you see that chunk of tank flying? That was cool. By the way, this is another one that really stands out in the Vector. And when you play this with the actual controller, I mean, you really get a feel. That ain't good. That ain't good. Oh. Hey, what's up, O-Rom? What's going on, man? Listen, everybody, if you're fortunate enough to have a setup like this where you've got two sticks, set this up and try it. I mean, it is so much fun. It's a really good time. I really enjoyed that. I'm so glad we tried that one out. That's what I'll come back to for sure. You forget about these things sometimes. Let's get back into another one here. Of course, this setup also works quite well when you're playing some of that, boy, I tell you, it's tough. Robotron 2084. You get that double joystick action. Of course, in your any of those games. let's see here. I'm looking around at what we can try. Well, I guess it'd be unfair if we didn't play this. So we will. I mean, it was the game. It was the game. The original Pacman. What can be said about that that hasn't been said already? It was a monster. A monster. I can tell you that the Brent was the biggest Pacman fan I ever knew. He had Pacman bed sheets, a Pacman trash can, a Pacman dinner plate, like a metal dinner tray. He had Pacman everything. He loved him some Pacman. And went on to be a top shelf Mrs. Pacman player. He's outstanding. Because we used to own a Miss Pacman back in the day. I suck at Pacman, but I'll give it a whirl. This is one game that benefits from a 4-directional stick. But we'll suffer on. Oh, you had the trash can? I remember Brent's trash can rusted, ultimately, because I believe he poured some pop or something in it. He was an idiot. Nothing's changed. It's funny, I've played so many Pacman knockoffs, and I seldom play actual Pacman. Oh no, not good. Oh! Boy, I lucked out there. I gotta get some dots eaten. I'm not doing well. Oh God! Oh God! Don't mind my panic. This is gonna be tough to get out this. That's bad. First level. There's a spot on this level that you can put your Pacman and they never come and get you. I don't remember where it's at though. Oh, God. Go, 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 bam! Oh! No, this is just Pacman. I mean, again, there are different revisions. This is an official revision, though, so this isn't... There's no hanky-panky. You know what was super popular was the Miss Pacman with the speed chip. Holy smokes. That button added a lot to Miss Pacman. I mean, people used to play the crap out of that game. Yeah, suck it. Oh. It's not Turbo AA. At least not that I'm aware of. Trust me, the last thing I would want to do is play the Turbo version. I suck at the normal. Again, though, this one here benefits greatly from all these Pacman games. You really want to play with a 4-way joystick. They play so much better. Why did I leave these dots up here like an idiot? Alright, let's see if we can clean up my mess here. Oh! Look at Daddy go. I still got a little. Oh, I've played Baby Pacman more than probably anyone you know. Because I hated that game, then I tolerated that game, then I respected the game, and then I actually endeavored to get good at the game. I actually own the Baby Pacman marquee and control panel. I've got it somewhere. Me and Brent passed up on buying one about 1,000,000 times. The maintenance on those things is nightmarish. I did okay. If you ever seen Baby Pacman, the bottom part of it's a very small pinball machine in the form of an arcade machine. The top part is a video screen. Yeah, that's what I heard, Josh. You're not the first person to say that to me. But any pinball machine's a pain. the funny thing about it is, what happens when you take a pinball machine that's real tiny and pair it with a real ugly Pac-Man game? You get a game that sucks as a video game and as a Pac-Man. It's as a pinball. It sucked at both. We have out in the arcade a game, and you guys can look this up on Internet Pinball Database. There's a game called Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. It's the exact opposite of the arcade game. It's a full-size pinball game, but they actually worked in Pac-Man into the middle of the machine. There's a maze, and you earn movement for your Pac-Man. And then once you've earned enough Pac-Man movement, you use the flippers to move your Pac-Man through this maze. It works way better than the arcade game. And those games, that Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man, go for a song, too, as a pinball machine in today's world. So, something to look up if you're interested in them. I'm sure some of you guys know all this, so don't think you're an idiot or anything. I know how it is. But yeah, I've got one. Me and Britt got a real good deal on one. Now, ours is in horrible shape. I mean, I'll admit that. No. Jeez, how have we not played this yet? We got to get us some of this. Holy cats. Bam. This is one of my all-time faves right there. Hey, oh, really, Mitts? Speaking of pinball, on the next Coco show, we're going to look at Nick Marente's brand new Curious City Coco Computer 3 pinball game. Nick has worked another miracle, apparently. I have not played it yet. I've been holding off all this time. And since it's a huge storm of doom coming, we probably won't get to tape that episode until Tuesday. But I'm looking forward to it. So if you guys want to kick in with us, set in, and watch us talk a little pinball, it'll be fun. I will say one thing me and Brent bring to the table, having owned a bunch of pinball machines, is that I think we can talk intelligently on pinball machines and video games. As intelligently as me and Brent can talk. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I agree with that. You're better off playing video pinball, Mitts. This is an all-timer, everybody. If you don't like this game, I don't know what to tell you. It's Phoenix. Phoenix. I'm going to go up here and suck. I've played this game for years, and it's one of those games, no matter how good you are, you suck. And no matter how many years you played it, you're garbage. You're a huge hunk of garbage. But I'm going to endeavor to do my best. Take down that Phoenix the mothership, as Dusty Rhodes would say. Oh, God! Come on, give it to me! Give it to me! There it is. I have not played it yet. I've heard mixed results. I know it had some bugs that he had to fix. But he has fixed them, and he has sent me the latest revision for review. Here's where this game gets awesome. I remember when I saw this, I was like, my God, the graphics. The graphics cannot be topped. I was right. Bam. There's a trick to shooting these things when they're in circles. Because you want to get as many as you can, and you want to get them in a group together. Shoot them at the top, and then... These things in this game, don't think they won't suicide you. They hate you. They hate all Earthlings. Too early. There it is. Now let's take on the mothership. So the key to this one is, first thing you do is you get into this dinky side here, and then you start jacking up his shield. You get off me, little idiots. See how his shield's getting hosed up here? You gotta just stay alive, which is no easy feat, because these little things, look at the way they move. They're bonkers. Now it's time to start working in the middle here, and he's not just gonna let you come in. He don't want you in there. He hates you. Bam! Oh! I still got it, brother. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. Gorf is an all-timer. I agree. By the way, if you follow our good buddy Jack Flack, he was in here earlier. His most recent, or one of his more recent shows, I think one of the last two, was the C64 version of Gorf, which was interesting to me. Gorf, a great game, and Gorf good on the Vic too. Speaking of that era, of those machines, Gorf came home pretty well. You didn't get the cool dialogue, unfortunately. Not this time. Yeah, it traveled well. You gotta take these guys out quick. They move like crazy men. You can't give them a second. See, he's already gone. This game is one of the appealing things to me of this game. It's the least smooth or fair game ever. Flack, that was 2 shows ago, wasn't it? Your Gorf episode? It was great. I love me some Gorf. Listen to the birds chirp when you shoot them. I hate you. Oh, God! Ah! Do I get extra man? Yes! Would you die? Always shoot in this game. There you go. Oh, yes, before Shinobi. By the way, Flack, I played Shinobi at the arcade the other night, too. It stinks. I never liked that game. But I know people love it. I suck at it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the chat. Chat! There it was. An all-timer. Nobody in here is going to badmouth this game, surely. Including you, Josh. That was Phoenix. God, what a great game. Man, I'm turning the corner on 1980 here. Let's see if I don't think Gorf was out until 81. Is that right? Yes, I'm going to look here. I believe Gorf came out in 81. Yep, 81. So this is a year later. Let me see here. I don't want to miss any of the high points. Let me roll through the. I'm going to scroll through here and make sure I don't miss any of the big games that came out that year. We played that. This is funny. Well, here's another one. We got to play this one for a bunch of reasons. So this is a Nintendo offering, I believe. It's called Radar Scope. And if I'm not mistaken, everybody, if I know my history, this is the game that Nintendo thought was going to be a big hit in the States. And it tankarooed. And then the Radar Scope cabinets were then used for the original run of the Donkey Kong machines. I'm sure most of you guys know this story, but I told you again. Oh, man. I always thought this game was kind of cool. It's no Donkey Kong, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of cool. This sort of reminds me of that game we played earlier, but obviously it's smoother, and they've got more of a set trajectory. I wonder if one game was influenced by the other. That's exactly right, G. In case you guys don't know what G's talking about, since they had all these radar scope boards, they told Miyamoto, they said, listen, Miyamoto, we're gonna take a bath here. You need to save our bacon, brother, and he did. He saved it big time. I believe Donkey Kong comes out the next year, followed by Donkey Kong 2 and Donkey Kong 3. Man, these things fly. That little arc they do is pretty neat. Oh, man. Yeah. Donkey Kong 81, Junior 82. Man, you get in the corner on this and... Can you... I swear to God, it seems like my shots are going right through some of them on the way back. This is very hectic, that's for sure. Sound's not bad. Like I said, I like the visuals on it. Oh, God. Can they hit you on the ground, like that? Oh, man. Come on, damage meter. Help me. What kind of damage meter are you? Alright, one more and we can get out of here. Bam! I celebrate minor accomplishments, everybody. Yeah, it's not bad. But, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Steve. There were so many games. We just played one earlier that was very similar. This was the age of, like, how can we make Space Invaders cooler? Space Invaders came out a few years before this. It was the King Dong. Plus, you were competing against Galaxian, who took that formula. Oh, he shot sideways, that hose head. That's not bad. It's not bad. There's the patented Nintendo. You can see he just took all this stuff forward. By the way, it's the way Popeye enters, too. A lot of Nintendo arcade games enter like that. It's funny, in Japan, you get to put in, like, your whole name. In America, they were afraid that we were going to hose it up, and we would have. We suck when it comes to that sort of thing. Let's find another one here. You know, here's another one I'm not fond of, but I'm going to play it because I know it's very popular. So, I mean, it's with a certain set of people, not me. I never liked this game, and I never liked the sequel. Speaking of Nick Marentes, he did a clone of this on the Coco. This is Rally X. Rally X. Who remembers Rally X? Anybody? Remember this one? A Namco joint. Good tunes. So in this one, you've got to collect the flags while you're being pursued. But see how helter-skelter it is? There's no order to how... It used to drive me nuts. But you can do that. Bang, shoot. I'm not great at this. I'm not gonna lie. I know you're stunned, everybody, but... If you know, I would have liked this game way more if it locked you into the lanes. A little screen tear there. So we're going to try to catch that last flag. I will say years of sucking at these games and not playing them with a big control panel. The big control panel helps. It really helps you do better. I've had a lot better nights than I would normally had. I know you're stunned, but it's true. Suicide car. Screw you. I think you've got a limited amount of that stuff. Oh, you stupid dirt. Alright, here we go. Oh, God! I jumped out of the chair. Let's try that again. Oh, look, we can just continue. Look at that. But you can't continue. Man, that's a much worse map than what I had before. The other map was so much easier. This one's so much harder. I think that gives you a little speed boost, but don't hold me to that. Get off me. Oh, God! You were probably pretty good at this. Now, this got a lot of ports, as I recall. Music's a little, It's there. I'm going to come right on, directly face to face with these jokers. Oh, there it is. Suck it. There's one lingered at the bottom of the screen. He's guarding it. Oh no! Oh! At least he hit the horn. There we go. She does turn. You're not wrong, G. Wizard of Words cocktail flack? Holy moly. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen that. It's funny, I was talking to Bill, and he was talking about desperately wanting a cabaret table, which those things are tough to get these days. The popular one. I always wanted to get the Satan's Hollow had a cabaret, which would have been awesome to have. I'm a big fan of that game. We can use the speed up here. There we go. Although I don't feel faster, so that may not do that. Don't hold me to that. Oh God! They were parked! They were parked! This Rally X, everybody. Pretty good game. I mean, it's just not for me. I'm not good at it, you know. That's just... Oh, okay. I'll let you talk, because I was just... I mean, hey, there may be one out there. I don't know. There may be a cabaret. Here's one. This might be interesting to try. Let's give this one a whirl. This one had a cool, really cool cabinet. It looked sort of like it had plain stuff on the sides, the big Iron Cross. This is called Red Baron. This is another one from Atari in their Vector line. Let's see if we can play this without any hassle. Well, I killed somebody. Pull up! Pull up! Oh, yeah. Oh, there goes the blimp. I'm having trouble. I bet I need to set up another joystick to turn. I'm amazed I've done this well without the ability to turn. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to shoot. Oh no! Dadgummit. This was I would say this is a pretty popular one. Oh, the sound effects are, it's odd how it generates that sort of, it's almost it feels like a futuristic biplane in a weird way. Oh, I can use the trackball to move. Oh my God! Ah! Ah! I don't recommend steering sideways this way. Oh no! Well, it wasn't released in 1980. That's the ticket. Only games in 1980. I love Vanguard, by the way. That's what I played a lot on the Atari 8-bit and the 2600. I like the ground targets in this. This is a pretty advanced vector game. I mean, in terms of what you're doing. Oh! Man, once you get one on your tail, you're done. Anyway, I like that was a real. Like, I remember the cabinet and that being really awesome. This is another one. I saw the cabinet all the time, but the screens were always jacked up. You know, it took a lot. Oh, Crossbow. That's another good one. But again, that's way later than this. That's one of my brother's favorites right there. He loves that one. All right. Here's one we got to try. Speaking of really good vector games, God, man, we've had good luck tonight. This is called Rip Off. Anybody remember Rip Off? Watch how it works here. So we're going to put a credit in here. Okay, that's me. Okay, you can't hit that. By the way, in the arcade, you've got an overlay here. I don't know why they didn't simulate it. See that guy's taking that thing away? And so what you can do is you can go pick this thing up. I thought you could pick it up. Maybe I can't. There's a very similar game called Star Castle. Could have sworn you could pick that up. I haven't played Carnival yet, dude. No, I haven't played it. I believe was it who did it? Was it Cinematronic? Yeah, was it? Who was it that did this one? The same people that did Dragon's Lair. Man, I'm just getting creamed. So you're okay as long as you don't lose them all. Oh. Man, I'm getting creamed. No! No, no, no! Man, oh, I shot his own guy. Bam! Now I'm going to guard him. I like they've got sort of a cutting laser. Uh-oh, not good. Oh no! Yeah! Suicide, it works. No! Ah! Rip-off. A great game. I always liked that one. It's not for everyone. Like I said, it plays a lot better in the arcade. That's a fact. It looks better too with the overlay. I could probably put that in, but I haven't. I set this up quickie today because I've been out of town all week. Cinematronics. I was right. Bam. So Black Widow. I don't know if Black Widow was out this year. But by God, we'll look. Nope. But guess what was? Someone mentioned it. Carnival was out. Let's see here. Which one want to try? Let's do this one. There's a bunch of these. This had a bunch of different songs. Oh man, how was the upkeep on that thing, Flack? That was a Vector game as well. And I've heard the Vectors were tough to deal with. Okay, I played this a lot on the arcade, and this one spawned a million ripoffs on PCs everywhere. Had a official release on the ColecoVision, if you'll recall. See if we can use the joystick here. I think we can, yeah. Simple game. See that? You don't want the ducks to get down here. And you just want to kill everything. See that limited amount of bullets you've got there? It's a limited amount of bullets. And those ducks, see that number 40? That adds bullets to you. So you can't come in here and shoot like a maniac. Otherwise you'll use all your bullets up. This is the song I most often heard with this game. But there are other variant versions of the song. We need those bullets desperately. I mean, it's a simple game, but it's fun. I mean, it was pretty popular. I saw a lot of people playing this back in the day. Oh, so you had it. You didn't have the actual game. You just had a the cabinet. So now we've got to take out the paddles. And while we're doing that, the duck will respawn. This is odd. I don't know how often this happened to me back in the day. Where I would... Oh, God. Not good. Get out of here. There we go. Oh! I didn't know that would happen. I thought once you cleared everything, I guess you have to clear whatever's on screen. Yeah, yeah. What? We'll try that one more time, since it's quick. There we go. Bam. That's all there is to it. Let's go. That's what screwed me. That duck got me right away. Hey, how many people that are out there that are paying attention are expecting a massive, massive snowstorm in your area like we are? We are there. It's supposed to be an ice storm and a snowstorm, and we're supposed to get a buku levels of snow and ice. Everyone's just assuming that we're going to get mauled and the power's going to go out. I think we're going to get heavily hit here in the home state. But those guys have been wrong a lot this year. I will say that. Let's take care of these pipes early. Alright, now we can concentrate on taking these birds out. There we go. Holy smokes. So a lot of you guys. Okay, now watch this. This is the bear. So you want to get, when you shoot him, he's going to take off the other way. So you want to make sure he's got plenty of room. Hey, Petzl, I didn't know you're in here, man. Here he comes. I believe this had sound in the arcade. I'm pretty sure it did. So this is probably one of the areas where the ROM is lacking. And see, he'll just keep speeding up. But the more you shoot him, the faster he gets until you can't get him. That's when he gets super fast there. Now we're at it again. It's funny, those little arms that cost me the first round are, you know, all you do is sit lined up and you can just shoot those things all day. Of course, you get less bullets, and here comes a stupid duck. You got that, Buck. I'm with you on that. We had an ice storm one time when I lived in Lexington that knocked my power out for 2 weeks. Not good. And we don't have any, I don't have any sort of auxiliary power here, so if we lose power, it will be very cold in the Aaron residence. It's hilarious. Like, my dad's got all kinds of accoutrement, but I never bothered to play. I planned for him, but not for me. Whoops. But I hope we will get through okay. So you can see right here, I don't have enough bullets to even come close to finishing half the stuff. And so we've got to get those extra bullets. And even then, we're pretty much boned. Especially when you miss over and over. And remember, the ducks don't really count. So when you shoot those, you're not really doing yourself any favors. You really want to shoot the big stuff. I'm doing just terribly. You know, when I was a kid, all over the place, you would go to these arcades, and they would have shooting galleries. I don't know if this is a thing over in Europe. Somebody could tell me if it was. But there would be light gun games. They'd have a room set up that you'd stand in, like at a bar in front of with your shotgun. In fact, multiple people could play. And they'd have all these, this wasn't a video game. This is like real life stuff. They'd have like, for example, it looked like a cowboy saloon. Or a graveyard. And you would go in and shoot, sometimes both. And when you shot the little targets they had set up, something wacky would happen. You know? These things were great. I missed those things so much. And you'd shoot a barrel and this guy'd pop out, you know. That's what that sort of reminds me of. I'm not to go off on a tangent. That's the kind of crap you ain't playing at home, no matter who you are, unfortunately. let's see if Highway Chase is here. I would love to go to an arcade that actually had those. Nope. Oh, hold the phone. Looks like somebody is a big winner. This is the old Deco cassette system. Deco, of course, I believe amongst the things it used were Bump and Jump were one of those. And then we'll wait this out here. Yeah. You know, another thing we used to have, I don't know how many people are old enough to remember games like the mechanical games like they're talking about. There'd be somewhere you drive a little car and it would on like a rolling paper. There'd also be helicopter games. Those were cool. You'd also have games like where you had, and this helicopter, you could land it and it would spun around in this big like glass bubble, you know. There'd be games where you shot stuff at a graveyard. Or a haunted house. I mean, these things were awesome. I don't know how many of these things made it. One of the best games you could ever play is these old baseball games, the ball and bat games that you actually hit a ball with like a flipper and it would shoot up into a baseball field, and in the top back in the outfield they'd have different slots: single, double, triple, home run, out. You know. Oh, Bubble Hockey was another one. I saw that one. That was a later edition, but I definitely remember seeing it. But I remember the baseball ones were everywhere. We used to go to this campground and play it, and I love that game. The Brent's a big fan of those too. He's a big fan of those. He also loved, if you remember, was it Big Hurt baseball? One of the baseball pinball machines. I believe it was. It may have been. Maybe it was a mechanical game, but anyway, it'd give you a baseball card when it was over. I always thought that was kind of cool. I probably could have skipped this, but I can't remember how to do it. So there you go. Yeah. What's up, Millie Lucy? I can't tell if you're a real person or some kind of wacky robot. But if you're a real person, welcome in. If you're a robot, go to hell. All right, let's see if we can get this party started here. So I think if I hit F2, I think it will start. I think. Maybe not. Maybe if I hit tab, I can figure it out. Sometimes you have to look in here and see what the appropriate setting is. Let's see. Oh, boy, I think it just started. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. This looks a lot like Bump and Jump. And I've never played this before. What in God's name is this? You have piqued my curiosity. Whoever Alex Pixels that suggests this, because this is what I've not seen. What the heck is this? What is that? Car Wars! They've got this on the Amiga. Oh my God, look at this! I love it. I gotta show this to Boat. He will lose his mind. Because me and Boat are huge bump and jump marks. Oh God! I about jumped out of the chair. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream at everybody. Shoot. So this predates Bump and Jump, right? I don't think Bump and Jump came out this early. Now I gotta go look. Because it was also, like I said, it's funny, I mentioned it because it was on the deco, and sure enough. That is funny. That is too funny. I love the light thing. This is a very clever way to have a space shooter. Just making cars. Got an extra man. Look at the zooming. Look at the zooming. Did you see the zooming? Did you see that zooming? What game was doing that back in the day? Nobody. That's who. Oh, that car's going to explode. He's going to explode. Look at that. I cannot get over that. Why wasn't that used more? Maybe that's the bump and jump technology where they change the scope of the screen when you jump. They just changed the scope of the road now. Oh, man. I like that you could just see a sliver of them in the dark. The tunnels really add a lot to it. I like that. I love that. Ah! I gotta say, you guys have picked some real winners tonight. I thought I'd be playing something no one ever heard of, and very few people would care. But I thought I'm gonna do it anyway. But you guys actually, none of you heard of this stuff. You actually knew some really good ones. I love the exploding cars. I feel like I need to shoot this guy. Get out of here. Ooh. You see that guy zoom back up the road? That's cool. Exploding car. Exploding car, oh God! One more man. Ugh. And it plays the Pingo song. Bam! Thumbs up. Big thumbs up. That's a huge thumbs up there. Nice work. Absolute dandy of a game right there. I love that one. Let's see what time it is here. I mean, I think I've gone for a couple hours. Oh yeah, I've gone for a couple. I'm going to make one more quick look here to make sure I don't want to leave anything on the bone that we might have missed. Gosh, there are some here that we did not play. Armor Attack is one, and some of the Atari Soccer. There were some of those sports games. I'm trying to hit all the high points. Yeah, great year. I really have enjoyed it playing this stuff. I'm trying to catch anything. And like I said, we could do another 2 hours on this easily if we wanted to. Because I'm looking through these, and the thing is, you don't think about it. And some of this stuff is known by different names or whatever. You know, but I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Let's try at least one more here. We'll get one more in. If anyone knows of one that I've missed, and it's, let me go all the way down at the bottom. I haven't even looked like for example, there's so many down here we haven't even played. I mean, well, we got to play this because we talked about it. It's a 10-hour stream, everybody. I'd be shot and killed if I didn't play this. It's Wizard of War. We talked about it earlier. Is this an all-timer? You got that right. Absolutely it is. It's an all-timer. There's an interesting public domain version of this, a knockoff for the Amiga, that actually does some interesting stuff. For 2 players, I think it's a winner. For 1 player, not as much. But a good game. I just gave myself a ton of guys here. This is an all-time great game for you and your buddy. And I also love the Gorfian Empire guy. He's back in Wizard of War form. This is a game. This is one of those games that ran at a weird resolution, and it was an unsettling resolution, frankly. You see the radar there. So once we kill these guys, then the Warlock and the Wizard will come out. Oh yeah, is that the one where the cartridge like glows or has an LED or something? I vaguely recall that. These guys are smart too. They don't just go come in here and get butchered. But you can absolutely kill that other guy if you want to. He's taking my points every time he shoots something. He got himself beat there. This guy don't want to play ball. Kill him. Oh, wrong guy. Oh, he shot me. That's the first time he shot the entire round. Here he comes. Here he comes. There he is. He's leaving. Don't go. Ah. Oh, yeah, this has great sound. I owned one of these briefly. We ended up selling it because we didn't have enough space and I needed a new monitor. I'm sure you've heard the story, but I picked up... We found a guy selling these out of a house in, like, I think it was in St. Albans or Dunbar. He had a Donkey Kong and he had a Wizard of War, and each of those things set me back $75. That shows you how things have changed, folks. And the Donkey, both of them just needed a cap kit done to them. That was it. So we sold the Wizard of War to my buddy. Ironically, the guy that stepped on his field mouse, that was the guy we sold it to. Would you come here? Oh, you sucker! He's fast. He's fast. Come here. Ah. Yeah. If you see this in real life, though, it's way different. It's way creepier. There are a few games that had this weird resolution. This was one. Tron was one. Satan's Hollow was one. And there was this weird shimmery, it's sort of like, I don't know, like an interlace. I don't know what it is. But it was unsettling. It didn't make the games look any better. It was just hard to deal with. Not this time. Come here. Here he comes. Oh. Got him. Here, okay, now we gotta get him. No. Yeah. Oh, he shot me in the back. Oh. Double score dungeon, brother. I like these games where you felt like you were exploring, because I'm a D&D guy, right? So anything got you exploring. Like, I remember playing Venture. I thought Venture was a really cool game. Although I didn't think the gameplay held up to the concept of Venture, where you're exploring a dungeon. Because it was sort of like, I don't know, the gameplay was sort of old hat by the time I got into it. But I still play it a lot. It grew on me over the years. But I like the concept of it. Man, this guy's knocking him out. Come here. Come here. There it is. Oh, wizard. Wizard. Oh, go. This is one of those games where I put in a couple quarters. You actually add in guys. That's why I'm getting such a good run. It's not because I'm great. It's because I inadvertently bought a bunch of extra guys. This is one of the first games I remember being able to do that in. Holy cow! My God! They were hungry for my flesh right there. Come on. Oh, you stupid sucker. There it is. Here he comes. Got him. Here comes the wizard. Oh, no, he didn't come out this time. Yeah, same tech. Look at the speed here. Now, this is what separates the men from the boys, and I am almost assuredly a boy. Oh. Yes! Pay to win. You got it, Bitstorm. Yeah! Nice entrance, Bitstorm. You were down right there. That's an all-timer if you haven't tried that one, everybody. I highly recommend Wizard of War. That's spelled with a W-O-R, by the way. Don't make that mistake. That's what newbies say if they get it wrong. God, there's so many we didn't touch. Jeez. I'm looking here. I mean, we may have to come back and catch a few more of these because I've been going for so long. And I know you guys are ready to move on. Thank you, everyone that stuck around. We'll do one more here. Oh, I mean, God, that's another great one. Warlords. I don't have a dial. Or we would play some Warlords. I love that game. Same thing with Tempest. By the way, Tempest 1980. Think about that, everybody. 1980 and Tempest is such a beautiful game. Beautifully freaking hard, that's for sure. What is 1980 plus 2? I don't see it on here, dude. Does it have another name? Oh, I see what you mean. I was looking for a game. I'm so stupid. I was looking for a game that was called that. Let's end the night on a winner. And that winner will be this one, another Vector offering. Close the night out. Another one of my favorites from back in the day, Star Castle. This is sort of similar to that previous game we played. Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot, pigs. So, this is a game where you're trying to destroy the Star Castle. Seems simple. The problem is, I may have to adjust the controls on this. Oh, no, we got them. So, see those little bubbles that come off there? Those little sparks? Those little sparks, they'll do you proper. Something else, if you shoot the entirety of the shield, it just reforms. So all that work was for nothing. See, I just almost did it right there. It's not easy to... The first level, you can sort of they sort of let you get away with a little bit. Anybody ever played this one? There it is. Star Castle, that thing in the middle is the castle. This is a use your imagination game. This control is sort of like if you had air brakes in the Asteroids spaceship. This thing stops a lot quicker, but it still takes a little while, and it depends how much momentum you've got built up. Oh, it got me there. Oh, yeah, this is a great one, Rob. It's not that tough to understand. See, oh, yeah, that's something else I should have mentioned that. When you penetrate the third shield, this guy can give you the business. And business he will give. Oh! Yeah, it gets... This has a steep learning curve. Oh, Vector Graphics, Bitstorm. You got that right. There were people back in the day that I watched guys that were really good at this game. I mean, they flew this ship like they could fly to real life. Oh! Oh! It sort of reminds me... Well, you remember, you've heard the story, I believe, which was when Yar's Revenge was pitched, it was pitched as Star Castle, you know. And so Howard Scott Warshaw was like, listen, we can't do Star Castle on the Atari. It ain't happening. He goes, but I think I can come close with something else. Take this story with a grain of salt, but this is how I remember it. And so what ultimately you got from his efforts was Yar's Revenge, which is sort of like this, except from a 2D perspective from the side, you know, and so that's where it came from. So I'm a big fan of Howard Scott Warshaw. He's awesome, and he's very interesting to talk to and listen to, and I'd love to interview that guy one of these days. Well, I think we're going to call it there, everybody. Thanks for hanging with me. We put in 2 hours, 15 minutes. It's a pretty good number for tonight. Ha ha! I love that. Added bonus from Pixels of Dawn. In an interview, Tim Skelly admitted that the stellar field was made using the shape of a woman from a nude magazine. Excellent. Excellent. Put that in there. Put that in a magazine. Look at Dryerland. He's look at that. What is that? What? That's out of the blue, Dryerland. Holy smokes. We got to get out of here now. Holy smokes. Hey, everybody have a good weekend. If I get snowed in for the weekend and still have power, maybe I'll come back and play something else. You never know. But I hope everybody has a good time. Please join me and the Brent probably on Tuesday for that Coco Pinball show. And then me and Boat should be back next Friday. And again, I want to plug this one more time. And please, if you spread the word for me, fellas, that the Amigathon is going to be January 31st 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a Saturday. Spread the word to all your people. Go forth so we can feed those kids, get them treated in the hospital. Every cent goes to the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals, and we hope we can give those kids a lot of cash. All right, we'll take this to the house, everybody. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks again, and until next time, be seeing you.